Hello, boys and girls. Today's story is called Tops and Bottoms. This is a trickster tale. We're going to read several books about tricksters. The trickster tale is when one character plays a trick on another character. This book has been adapted and illustrated by Janet Stevens. Who do you think the trickster is in the story, Bear or Hare? Do you wonder why Janet Stevens decided to have the book open this way? Look at how some of the vegetables, like the lettuce and the celery, grow on top, and some of the vegetables, like the carrots and the radishes and the onions, go beneath the soil or on the bottom. This book is very difficult to hold and read at the same time, so I'm going to read it and then show you the picture. Once upon a time, there lived a very lazy bear who had lots of money and lots of land. His father had been a hard worker and a smart business bear, and he had given all of his wealth to his son. But all Bear wanted to do was sleep. Not far down the road lived a hare. Although Hare was clever, he sometimes got into trouble. He had once owned land too, but now he had nothing. He had lost a risky bet with the tortoise and had sold off all of his land to Bear to pay his debt. So a debt is an amount of money that you owe another person or animal in this case. Hare and his family were in very bad shape. "The children are so hungry, Father Hare. We must think of something," Mrs. Hare cried one day. So Hare and Mrs. Hare put their heads together and cooked up a plan. So who do you think the trickster is in this story? And what do you think that Hare and Mrs. Hare have cooked up for their plan? The next day, Hare hopped down the road to Bear's house. Bear, of course, was asleep. "Hello, Bear. Wake up. It's your neighbor, Hare. And I have an idea." Bear opened one eye and grunted. "We can be business partners," Hare said. "All we need is this field right here in front of your house. I'll do the hard work of planting and harvesting, and we can split the profit right down the middle. Yes, sir, Bear, we're in this together. I'll work and you sleep." "Huh?" said Bear. "So what'll it be, Bear?" asked Hare. "The top half or the bottom half?" "It's up to you. Tops or bottoms?" Let's see," said Bear with a yawn. "I'll take the top half, Hare. Yeah, right, tops." Hare smiled. "It's a done deal, Bear." So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. Hare planted, Mrs. Hare watered, and everyone weeded. So while Bear is sleeping, his family is hard at work, preparing the crops in the field. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear. You get the tops and I get the bottoms." What do you think is going to happen? Hare and his family dug up the carrots, the radishes, and the beets. Hare plucked off all the tops, tossed them into a pile for Bear, and put the bottoms aside for himself. So there's Bear still sleeping, and then there's Hare, separating the tops from the bottoms. Bear stared at his pile. But Hare, all the best parts are in your half. You chose the tops, Bear, Hare said. Now, Hare, you've tricked me. You plant this field again, and this season I want the bottoms. Hare agreed. It's a done deal, Bear. Did you guess that Hare was going to do something like this? What do you think might happen when he plants the field again? So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded. While Bear sleeps on. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear! You get the bottoms and I get the tops." Hare and his family gathered up the lettuce, the broccoli, and celery. Hare pulled the bottoms off for Bear and put the tops in his own pile. Do you think Bear's going to be very happy about this? Bear looked at his pile and scowled. "Hare, you have cheated me again." "But Bear," Hare said, "you wanted the bottoms this time." Bear growled. "You plant this field again, Hare. You've tricked me twice, and you owe me one season of both tops and bottoms." "Oh, you're right, poor old Bear," sighed Hare. "It's only fair that you get both tops and bottoms this time. It's a done deal, Bear." How do you think he might trick him this time? So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded. Then watered and weeded some more. There, in front of Bear's house, lay a high field of corn. Hare and his family yanked up every corn stalk. Hare tugged off the roots at the bottom and the tassels at the top and put them in a pile for Bear. Then he carefully collected the ears of corn in the middle and placed them in his own pile. Bear rubbed his eyes and watched. "See, Bear, you get the tops and the bottoms. I get the middles. Yes, sir, Bear, it's a done deal." Do you think that was fair? So how has Hare tricked Bear again and again? Okay. Think about how different types of vegetables grow. By now, Bear was wide awake. "That's it, Hare," he hollered. "From now on, I'll plant my own crops, and I'll take the tops, bottoms, and middles." Hare and his family scooped up the corn and hopped down the road toward home. Bear never again slept through a season of planting and harvesting. Hare bought back his land with the profit from the crops, and he and Mrs. Hare opened a vegetable stand. And although Hare and Bear learned to live happily as neighbors, they never became business partners again. So, what do you think Bear learned from this experience? How do you think the hares feel at the end of the story?